Welcome to the Great Loop aboard the Perch. Today we are going from Green Turtle Bay Marina in Grand Rivers, Kentucky to Paris Landing State Park Marina in Tennessee. This is leg 73 of our Great Loop, and I'm Kim Russo with America's Great Loop Cruisers Association. Today's journey takes us through the land between the lakes area. So we're going to be going from north to south on Kentucky Lake, and just to the east of us all day will be the land between the lakes area. This is an area that actually is a big vacation area for some, and there is a wildlife refuge in the land between the lakes that you can actually take a car and drive through that will allow you to see bison and elk and some other animals there as well. So we did that. It was a pretty neat drive, but our mission today is to cruise down Kentucky Lake. So after a lovely stay at Green Turtle Bay where I got to visit the spa and have a nice time, we headed out for a pretty short trip. First things first, we went through the canal that takes you from Barkley Lake, which is where Grand Rivers and the marina are, over to Kentucky Lake, which is part of the Tennessee River. So heading south on the Tennessee River at this point. We know it's a pretty short day. The fall rendezvous for AGLCA will be held at Paris Landing State Park for this year. So we are headed there early to make sure that we've got everything set up and ready to go for the event. So we'll end up spending pretty close to 3 weeks at Paris Landing State Park, and we're happy to do so. The cruise to there on the Tennessee River, fall is just a beautiful time to be on this river. Lots of change of colors, so beautiful bridges. We are just enjoying the cruise. It's about a 5-hour day, if I'm not mistaken, on the Tennessee River here through Kentucky Lake. So not a whole lot to report other than it's an easy cruise, no locks on this stretch, really no depth issues. We're being controlled by a different set of locks now on the depth. So as if you recall, the Mississippi was very low. This section of the Tennessee is a little bit lower than usual, but really no issues. We are buddy boating this cruise day with YOLO. We've been loop frogging with YOLO for a good bit of the trip, really probably since we left Florida. So there is a picture of them. And loop frogging is where you're cruising with someone and then you stop and they keep going and they stop and you end up passing them, and it's been fun doing that with YOLO. This is kind of the entrance to Paris Landing State Park. You kind of follow along that bridge and that roadway and enter the park. The marina there was a little shallow in some spots, but perfectly doable. That is a picture of the Nebo app with many great loopers there for the rendezvous. That is our favorite view from the brand new Paris Landing State Park Lodge, where those who came to the event by car stayed. And if you venture into the town of Paris, which you need a car to be able to do, you can take a look at the Paris, Tennessee Eiffel Tower. So that is a look at our journey from Green Turtle Bay to Paris Landing through the land between the lakes area. We just want to give a shout out to the folks in Paris, Tennessee. The rendezvous was wonderful, and it was especially made even more wonderful by Christy at the marina. She did a fabulous job getting about 50 boats in there. And we also want to thank the Paris Henry County Chamber of Commerce for hosting one of the evenings at the rendezvous, and a special shout out to Ace's Pizza for providing us with food that night, and to Jordan's. Jordan's really touched everyone's heart. They are a bakery and sweet treats store in Paris that helps by having special needs individuals work there. So definitely check them out if you're in Paris. We want to thank them all for their hospitality. Here's a look at our Nebo log for the day. Just about 4.5 hours underway to go about a little under 40 nautical miles. We averaged about 8 nautical miles per hour, and our maximum was close to 10, which is pretty normal for our speed. There's another look at the overall track through the land between the lakes area. We will be back soon with our next leg, which will take us from Paris Landing further into the Tennessee River and then on down towards the Tenn-Tom. So we'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.